This is our second video in a series on umpire missteps and mistakes. If you missed the first video in the series, then you missed what the purpose of this series is meant to be. Like I said in that opening, this video is not meant to belittle or attack anyone. Umpires are a critical part of the game, and I have the utmost respect for the men and women who give of their time to make this great game possible. Coaches alike are mostly unpaid volunteers that get very little appreciation. In this video, we'll talk through multiple bad calls, a few good calls with bad coaches, and hopefully do this in a way that promotes the game, promotes learning, and promotes positive youth baseball. The compilation is broken down into different categories. We'll start with umpires missing foul balls.
Yeah, that clearly hit him. Yeah, it hit him in the thigh. See the swing there? Yeah, right off the right thigh.
A foul ball off a player is difficult for a plate umpire to see and can be missed. This is something base umpires should be looking for. If you are alone at the plate, the best you can do is to notice a sudden unexpected change in the ball's direction and the batter's and fielder's immediate response, coupled with any immediate verbal cues such as multiple people saying foul ball at the same time. That being said, if you don't see it and can't deduce the obvious from the immediate reactions, you can't call it. Some will disagree on that and want to stick with the you can only call what you see yourself. But when you're put on the field with no help in a youth baseball game, in my opinion, you do what you can to get as many calls correct as possible. In this first clip with 4 umpires on the field, getting together is the best idea. One of those umpires likely saw it correctly, but since they do have advantage of video replay, they choose to go to that, because why not?
Right thigh.
This clip is a really odd one. You have an umpire call a ball foul that wasn't foul. The rule here is that you have to stick with your call. You can't kill the play and then just assume what might have happened if you didn't mess up. It ought to remain a foul ball, but they discussed it with video replay and the tournament director decided to call this a do-over. There is no real appeal process here because the people they'd appeal to are right there, and according to Little League tournament rules, that decision is final.
It went that hard out there. I think you slow that down. I think it's going to hit the bottom of that bat, the handle there. Yeah, right, watch. Squares it up with the handle.
Good call. Did you buy any mulligans?
Getting the assistance from the Little League officials down there on what to do, because it's such a rare instance where a ball is called foul, which isn't even close to being a foul ball.
I'm going to ask you again. Did you buy a mulligan? That's all I'm asking you.
May have to just go back to an 0-0 count and call it umpire mistake.
We're going to erase that. We're going to no pitch count, no pitch against the pitcher. We're going to do it over again.
So what options does a coach have when for some unknown reason the umpire has clearly 2 very different strike zones from one team to the other? Some coaches resort to yelling and creating a scene, which I have experienced tends to only make matters worse for that team. In this game, that was a situation, and it didn't appear to be intentional. Then an opportunity came, and this coach chose his words carefully.
Hey, it hit him. Did you see it hit him? It hit him on the chest. It hit him on the leg, the chest, everything. You can't not see this. Go talk to him together, okay? I mean, we're already got 2 different strike zones. I can't take this anymore.
Always run hard down first base. Let the coach argue about it.
Everybody in the freaking park saw it. Nobody's going to be pissed if you made the right call. Seriously, man. I mean, you already got 2 strike zones. You got like, their strike zone's like 5 feet wide, and ours is like not even over the plate. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Just try to make this call right, please. I'm sorry, I was out of line there.
After this, the strike zone was the same for both teams going forward. The goal was accomplished for the remainder of that game, and even if this video makes him look bad, no one at the game besides the umpires and the coach heard any of it. until now. The players didn't know what was said, the parents didn't know. No one but the umpires. Since that coach might have looked bad in that last clip, here he is again in this one, which is far more typical of how that coach talks with umpires that make a mistake.
Come on, buddy! Go fast! He's out!
Hey, Blue, that hit the bat twice. It bounced off the ground and came up and hit his bat again.
I didn't see it.
Hey, Blue, time! Blue, time! Did you see it hit the bat twice?
I didn't know.
Come on, you did it. All right. And they didn't see it, so. Yeah, no, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
This is one of my favorite clips because it highlights an umpire who does everything correctly even though he missed the call. He didn't have a field umpire at the time and he could only call what he could see. The coach also did everything correct. This is a great example of how things should be handled on the field.
Wait till the play's over. Oh, yeah. We're going to take a home run from him, too. Hey, Blue.
Your call.
This first clip in this section is so bad it's funny. It doesn't really affect the game itself, but it does cause a whole lot of confusion. The ball should have remained live at the time, but given his wrong mechanic, he does technically kill the play. So had they tagged the runner, he wouldn't have been put out.
He just throws that glove at you. Down to third goes McNeil. You know what? So they're going to bring the McNeil back to second. Hayes actually fouled that ball off. So the count remains the same. Neil's back at second. 1-2 is the count.
Hold on a second. Why did he go back to second? I said ball.
Umpire's just going to check the count to make sure that they've got it right.
I don't know why they sent him back. Third. Runner. Runner's on third.
And now they're saying, go ahead and take third base.
So I guess it wasn't a foul ball.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's back to being a wild pitch.
And obviously, coach
No, I said ball.
kind of questioned that. No, he didn't come close to that.
Ball, yes. And then, yes. You know, it wasn't a foul. Oh, okay, no problem.
So now we get 2-2. Doug with a McNeil on third base and 2 outs.
Gloves to make some plays. There's a ball for Dad that he's going to give to his kid. Eventually, there's a bouncing ball hit to Coleman at short. Flips to second, the ball's dropped. That was a force play if the second baseman can hang on.
Here it is again. Coleman to McAlpin. And that hand just never gets the ball to pull it out. You're going to have to show a little bit more of ball contact with that hand where it's a transfer.
It's never in the glove.
It was rolling out of the glove, but the hand never got near it for a transfer. He wasn't going to catch it off of the flip. I'm going to say this call is going to stand. It's close, and it's very reasonable to go out and get a review on that play when you
The infield fly mechanic is the right hand straight up and allowed infield fly, batter is out. For baseball, if the outfielder has to back up, the base umpire usually makes the call. If the infielder comes in, the plate umpire will make the call. But at this level, it's going to be either one of them, and the other umpire should mirror the call once it's been made by his partner. This second clip shows the base umpire calling infield fly, the plate umpire mirroring, and the offense running themselves into a triple play. This is an interesting one. What happens when a pitched ball is either a wild pitch or pass ball that ends up lodged in the fence or the backdrop? And what happens to the runners on base? Do they have to make an attempt? In this video clip, we have a plate umpire that's uncertain. The umpire at second base is all over this. He immediately advances the runner at first to second base, and it does not matter if the runners make an attempt to advance or not. This is the same as a pitched ball going out of play. All runners automatically advance one base.
They're going to talk about that the ball may have stuck into the fence in the back.
Thank you. Yeah, he's no.
That's a dead ball once it gets stuck in the fence. So only one base.
Yeah, he gets the base he's going toward because he did make the move as the ball got.
This one might have been an infield fly, but that's a judgment call, so we're not going to argue that point. But the catch, no catch, has to be very clear and very quick, as what happens on the field next is going to depend on how this call is made. Here the catch and out call is not verbal, not mirrored by any other umpire, and may have been a miscommunication as to which umpire should make that call. A no catch is typically showing a safe signal and no verbal call. So with no verbal call, the fielders have to assume it was a no catch. They're not looking at the umpires to see the safe or out signal. This is why the verbal, "that's a catch, the batter is out," is so important.
Everybody's reverting back to where they started. I don't think the play has been called dead yet. LaFawn scores. It's confusing because Gaudet was already called out at second base once.
Yeah, they've got to control this right here because that was about as confusing. I could.
Gaudet ran thinking that he was being forced there because he thought the ball was dropped and there was no out recorded. So Durham kept running, and that kind of caused everyone else to run.
But I think you and I would agree that the way we saw it is that the original ball that was in the air that was caught by Crane and its transfer. And what he thought was he can't see the signal from behind the
Great
the
scene
umpire.
at second base right now with every member of the Rhode Island team surrounding Noah Durham, who was called out on a pop-out.
Yeah.
And they're all trying to explain to him, like, you were out a while ago.
Yeah, you can't be standing here. I don't get it. Now watch. There's the transfer. Okay, he drops it. Now, you don't see the umpire, but you and I have seen him. He has called him out. But Crane doesn't know that. Just in case he's going to get a force at third. Okay.
LaFawn's doing the right thing, standing at second base. He doesn't need to go anywhere. But it gets confusing when Noah Durham stands there at first and looks at his teammate and says, why are you still here?
Yeah, so he forces his runner to run to second, which has got that. But Allen does a good job, throws him out.
And I think Gaudet is going to be called out on a tag up in which he was tagged out. Watch 42. He'll go back to the bag, and then when this throw goes to third, he starts to move because he looks over his shoulder and sees his teammate there. So LaFond is fair. He's tagging up too, but Gaudet's out, and that's only the second out of the inning.
The following has been one of the most discussed "You Make the Call" videos that I've uploaded. First, let's watch the whole play run in real time. Then we will explain what actually occurred.
This one is into center field. Around to third is Newman. Throw home way high. Ball dead as it hit off the top part of the fence there. So the runners are at second and third, and it's 1-0 now.
I'm not sure. Why wouldn't the runner be able to score on that? If it's a dead ball, I'm assuming a dead ball would mean the same as a ball out of play. And if that's the case, the runner...
That's the discussion going on now.
On first base should be allowed to score. And
Okay, so the umpire kills the play, signaling time when the ball ricochets off a ledge behind home plate. If the ball was out of play, the ruling would have been 2 bases at the time of the outfielder's throw. That's easy. But the umpires place the runner at third. The manager of the offensive team discusses why he did this, and that manager seems satisfied with the answer. The commentators, like us, not privy to that conversation, were not satisfied. Since that original video went live, I had the opportunity to hear from one of the 6 umpires that was on the field during this play. This umpire confirmed that my suggested answer was wrong. He told me that the home plate umpire killed the play by mistake. There was no ground rule and the play shouldn't have been stopped. When an umpire stops a play by mistake, the runner should be placed on the base last legally acquired when the call was made. Although I have seen most umpires place runners at the bases they believe they would have reasonably reached had he not erred in stopping the play. And this, of course, is what the home plate umpire explains to the manager. It had to be clear to the manager that his runner wouldn't have scored had the play continued, as he is seen telling him to stay at third base. We'll end this video with 2 examples of one of those umpire calls that I know all of you just love seeing.
With the slider, but he's moving back in for the fastball. I don't know what to say. I don't know where that pitch was.
Ball 4.
And they extend and keep playing on, and he has a great game. And home plate umpire James Davis is obviously unaware that it was his birthday. Great game. And home plate umpire James Davis is obviously unaware that it was his birthday.